Alright. Hello, guys. VG Mania 4.6 here. Okay, that was really a weird ending on that one part.
Please.
What did you see?
The Iblis trigger wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see.
Sound like me.
They're quite noisy.
Yes, I heard that the princess here left for Dr. Eggman's base in response to his earlier threat.
What if his ultimate objective was to release Iblis?
Alright. Next part. Currently, we're going to go for...
I'm going to stop Dr. Eggman no matter
Slow
what.
down.
Blaze, let's go after him.
Hey.
Town mission. Alright. I love town missions, don't you? Alright, so... Yeah, that was really a weird ending for my previous part. But yeah, it kind of looked like that, honestly, if you actually picture it. Even though I'd never really played Mega Man X4, even though I actually had a Mega Man X collection, but whatever. Anyways, welcome back to Sonic 06, and this time we're gonna continue on as Silver. And let me try to think of what I was talking about. Oh yeah, it was about Pokemon Black and White, and why do I not like about it? I'll continue on with that right now. Now, I already discussed about the legendaries, the fact that there was only 2 legendaries in the after game, technically. But if you were going to not grab all the legendaries in general, there would be a lot of legendaries, honestly, because then you wouldn't grab all the legendaries, honestly. There would be pretty much any legendary, but if you're grabbing all the legendaries before the Elite Four, yeah, you will only have 2, honestly, by the time you get to the after game. And the experience point system, yeah, I don't really care much for that either. I just wish they got rid of that experience point system because that's kind of annoying. It's stupid. It kind of ruined my enjoyment of training up EV training. Not to mention the fact that when you go on Wi-Fi battles, you can no longer set any battles to level 100s. No joke. I remember when you were playing on Fortune, when you set any battles, it will be set to 100 on every Pokemon, not 3. I mean, seriously, come on. And the Wi-Fi at the beginning was horrible. I mean, I think they fixed it, honestly, but still, it was horrible. And the battle subway, I think that was probably the only good part about the after game. Honestly, it was probably the only good thing, but, you know, it's a battle tower, and you get that early on in the game, so, yeah, it's kind of a bleh thing. Was there anything else? I don't think there was. I mean, those minor details, those are just my opinion, honestly. Black and White had a very good main game, honestly.
Great!
If it wasn't for those details, it would have been an awesome game, honestly.
Perfect!
So, yeah. If it wasn't for those details, it would have been perfect. So Black 2 and White 2 is different from what I've seen. It is completely and totally different. What makes it so different, you may ask? I'll tell you what makes it so different. It's because... hold on, let me try to... Because they added a lot more legendaries. The medal system is by far the best way to get anybody to do the after game. Honestly, I love achievements and trophies. Which is why I hate Sonic 06 the most, because it doesn't have trophies when the 360 version does. But I do love trophies and achievements, so that's kind of one little cool detail I love about Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, which I can't wait for. But anyways, we got a town mission for, which we have to defeat all enemies by 5 minutes, which is kind of easy to do. And that enemy is floating in midair for no apparent reason, defying the laws of physics and gravity and whatever. Let's see, what else did I like about it? I think the movie idea, how do you pronounce it? The Pokewood, I think it's called. I think that I think it has very good potential, honestly, because it really has a lot of creative ideas and then stuff that I would never see in a Pokemon game. I won't mention what they are because in case anyone's not looking up any info for Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. So yeah, I'm not gonna mention what they are, but I'll mention one thing: they are so unexpected. I was surprised about what they showed, honestly. I mean, stuff that I would never expect to see in a Pokemon game, honestly. It was... I really can't wait to do the movies. It'd probably be like the contest, only a lot better. I love doing... When I played Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, well, Diamond and Platinum, I loved baking poffins. That was kind of the fun minigame I did in Pokemon Platinum and Diamond. It was quite fun to do, honestly. It wasn't just to get melodic, or milotic, or whatever. I really enjoyed making poffins, literally. I just wish they did that in Little Minigame again. Not this minigame, but the minigame, the making the poffin minigame. That was actually quite fun to do. Let's see, what other things? Oh yeah, this minigame is stupid. Got a trivia minigame, and I kind of forgot to check out what I had to do. So yeah, I forgot to talk to the guy and I somehow guessed it right, so you know. Okay, so you basically have to choose a portal from what you think it is. Now, this is what I don't get the most, which you'll see why, because when you see in a little bit. I got through all 3, I successfully beat it, I think. Well, I did, because I got the ranking system, but this is what I don't get.
I need to pull it together.
How did I get a D rank? That makes no sense. Okay, now this one is again, defeat all enemies. I don't get this. Why do we have to defeat enemies twice? Why am I making more logic about Sonic 06? That makes no sense. What are decent... Actually, yeah. Because of the medal system, I will probably collect all 649 Pokemon legitimately. Which means no Pokégen, which is what I use, which is the program I use to get Pokemon, honestly. I originally, like I said, I EV trained Pokemon in Pokemon Soul Silver, which I enjoyed a lot. To this day, I still say Pokemon Soul Silver is my favorite Pokemon game because there's a lot of aftergame to do. I mean, I still don't understand why some people don't seem to like Soul Silver. I mean, I know it's just their personal preference and all, but it just doesn't seem to make sense to me at half the time. It just doesn't. Like I said, I know it's just their personal preference and all, but still. I mean, Kanto it was great, honestly. I mean, I actually had trouble figuring out what I had to do on that one, honestly. It was not very... Soul Silver was not an easy game to figure out for me. Because I kind of played it blind. I didn't know exactly what I needed to do because I never looked up any Johto gameplay. Like, no joke. I never looked up any gameplay of Crystal, Gold, or Silver. I never even played Gold, Silver, and Crystal at all. Or Red, Blue, and Yellow. I actually missed out the first Game Boy Pokemon games, which is kind of disappointing, honestly, because I actually love Pokemon since I was actually little, which is kind of funny, because I never played a Pokemon game, but you know how boring this... I think you know how boring this game is if I'm just discussing about Pokemon now. Oh my gosh. It's not my fault. I mean, all I'm doing is the same stuff. I'm tossing enemies at the enemies. That's all I'm doing. Seriously. Can you think of any good commentary on Sonic 06 besides that? I mean, with Sonic of the Shadows, sure, it has decent post-commentary. You know, stuff. But this game, well, story, no. There is actually no post-commentary potential. I don't know what the actual word is, but there is actually a word I'm thinking of. Regardless, though, we're going to the next part of Sonic 06, Silver's part, where we're gonna kick off to Kingdom Valley. Or should I say fly off? I don't know. Your choice, but regardless, we're gonna go to Kingdom Valley. I'll see you then, Eagle. And welcome back to some more Sonic 06. Where we left off, we conquered 4 town missions, which were mandatory. This time we're gonna finish off with Kingdom Valley. Alright. Now finally we're going to a stage where there's actually some decent content where I can actually probably speak about it. Because previous parts I've been talking about Pokemon and stuff. I mean, there was actually little to no content where I could actually, you know, talk about anything interesting, honestly. I guess that's the problem with post-commentary in Sonic 06. You just can't think of any decent commentary, honestly. Then again, I never really tried post-commentary up until this game. To be honest, I never really cared about Sonic post-commentary up until now. Now, this mechanic is kind of cool, honestly, but it's a little weird, honestly, at the same time. What you're supposed to do is use Silver's psychokinesis ability and hit the towers down, and there's also a little bit of slowdown, as you probably saw. Once again, I'm running out of energy. I don't know how the enemies just went through the floor, nor do I care. Also, by the way, this is actually to see my final stage of Silver Story. We're actually nearing the end of Silver Story, which I did in all in one night when I recorded this, which is kind of insane. Which is kind of the reason why I had to do the post-commentary, because it went horrible shortly after Crisis City, which makes actual no sense, because usually the live commentary doesn't die out until later. Oh well. Okay. Is there really anything interesting going on at this period of time? Actually, well, rocks are falling. That's actually kind of weird, honestly. Kind of different too, because you don't usually see rocks falling down on this game. And silver bending little things, I forget what it is, bars. Now this is by far probably the worst part of the entire stage. If you want to defeat all these enemies, you gotta be careful, because these enemies can actually toss your rings away. And that's kind of annoying, because you could die a lot because of this. I gave up at that point. I didn't want to die. I didn't know where to go either, but I finally figured it out. You had to use that spring. I almost died right there. Actually, I think I did die. Yes, I did. No, wait, yeah, I did. I did that right here. Not now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I died so many times about this. I don't know why I actually sped this up, honestly. But, yeah. Okay, now I know why I sped this up. There was actually some interesting deaths that went on. Like, I died in midair. That was actually kind of weird, honestly. I never experienced that in this game as of yet. I really don't like this part of the stage, honestly. This is probably by far the worst part of the entire stage. Because you got enemies, you got lasers, you got missiles, and you got barrages of bullets after you. This is probably by far the worst part of the entire stage. And it's not even where you need to go, which is stupid. You know, through the bars. You actually just have to go through a spring. I forget why I kept this sped up. I guess I was just running low on time. I don't know. I forget. Yeah, it's been a little while since I edited this out. Whee! Finally, something interesting. You know when it's bad, when speed up actually looks good on Silver Story, and you just find that more interesting than the actual regular speed. Though I still don't know why in the world I sped this entire thing up. I forget why in the world I sped this entire thing up. Like I said, I guess because I was running low on time, or I just decided to forget it. Let's just speed up this entire section up. Somehow I managed to go over that without hitting the little canister. I really forget what they're called. Of course, I forgot to wait to increase my energy bar, but fortunately, I managed to salvage salvage my failure. And we're in this little palace thing, and we're gonna destroy more enemies, go on a spring, go through a window, destroy more enemies, and blah blah, you get the drill. It's basically almost like Warriors, except maybe a tad more interesting and better Let's Play potential. I know there's a word for it, I can't remember what exactly it is. There's a word that I'm thinking of, and for right now, I can't think of what exactly it was. I don't know why, I just don't. I think I've ran around in circles, honestly. And then I die. Okay, actually, maybe that would have actually... Did I go around in circles? Okay, I don't know why I did that. That was probably the dumbest move. Whee! Could you imagine my live commentary being like that? You would have heard the X button being mashed around. I'm trying to remember what is the word I'm thinking of? LP. Okay, I don't know how I avoided that laser. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. But finally, I think we're nearing the end of this section, which took 8 minutes. 8 minutes, I say, 8 minutes. Okay, now I know why I sped it up. It took 8 minutes to pass that stupid section. And I don't remember what exactly I was talking about after that 5 minutes of speed up. What was I talking about? I forget. Wow. I hate it when I forget what I was talking about previously. And I don't remember it. Probably until after the post-commentary, which is kind of bad. But regardless, final section. Because we hear the best part of Kingdom Valley's music. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I am so running out of energy. It's not even funny. Come on, Silver! Let's do this! Alright, Sonic the Hedgehog! We're going fast! We're going fast! We're going faster, 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 faster! Okay, I had to do that, sorry. In case you're wondering, yes, if you're wondering, I do play good Sonic games. I have played Sonic Heroes, which is a good Sonic game. I have Sonic Adventure 1 and I have Sonic Adventure 2 on the GCN, which I think is good enough as well. Sonic Colors as well on the Wii. So I do have good Sonic games, and I have played Sonic 2 on the Genesis when I was younger. So I do have a childhood love for Sonic the Hedgehog, as well as Mario, and Kirby, and Pokemon, honestly. Zelda, I do like the Zelda franchise, but it's not quite as nostalgic as everyone else's probably, because technically, I never played a Zelda game until I was older. So, yeah. What? Silver, you said that twice. So, yeah, I do play good Sonic games. I've beaten Sonic Heroes, but actually not completely. I still haven't gotten all the Tails and honestly. Whatever. But, regardless, I have played good Sonic games. I don't know if anyone really cares if I play good Sonic games, or if anyone really wants to know if I play good Sonic games or not. But I'm pretty sure if I LP as Sonic 06 first, I think some people would think, oh, well, you don't play good Sonic games. You should play Sonic Unleashed, or Secret Rings, or, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, or a good Sonic game, or something. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Well, at the time of when I did this, the only Sonic games I owned were Sonic Rush, Sonic Heroes for the PS2, and the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, which has the Genesis Sonic games, as well as Sonic 3D Blast, I believe. And that was really about all I actually had as Sonic, in terms of Sonic games. Oh yeah, well no, Sonic CD on the iPod, I got that later on, which actually is a good port, which I think I mentioned that in my Shadow playthrough, but yeah, on Shadow Story, but yeah, it is a good port on Sonic CD, which I actually may get a console port of it at some point in the future, but I don't know. We'll see about that. Yeah. But after this, I actually did get Sonic Colors, I did get Sonic Adventure, and I did get Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So, all in all, I did get good Sonic games, and I have actually played them, and I do think they are pretty good. I don't know if they're as amazing as a lot of people may have said. Maybe I got overhyped, sort of like Super Mario RPG, which, I don't know, sometimes I get too, sometimes, I don't know. But regardless, this is the end of the stage! Alright! Ah, jeez, I'm running out of content. You can tell when I'm running out of content when I'm talking about other things. Regardless, though, we're gonna see what happens in Silver Story on the next part! Yeah.
Easy.
Not really, Silver. You died like 5 times.